Have you ever wondered how your body defends itself against viruses and bacteria? Inside each of us is an incredible army, our immune system, always on guard, ready to attack invaders. But like any army, it needs good intelligence to recognize the enemy, and that's where vaccines come in. Vaccines are like a training program for your immune system. They show your body what a virus or bacterium looks like without actually making you sick. That way, when the real infection shows up, your body is already prepared, armed with antibodies and memory cells that can shut it down before it spreads. For decades, vaccines were made in a few main ways. Some used weakened or inactivated viruses, others delivered purified proteins taken from the virus. These traditional methods have saved countless lives from smallpox to measles to polio. But they take time, sometimes years, to develop, test, and manufacture. And in the middle of a fast-moving pandemic, time is something we don't have. That brings us to one of the most exciting breakthroughs in modern medicine: mRNA vaccines. They represent a completely new way of thinking about vaccination, one that is faster, more adaptable, and potentially even safer. So what exactly is mRNA? Messenger RNA, or mRNA, is one of nature's most elegant tools. Think of DNA as the master cookbook, locked away in the library of the cell's nucleus. mRNA acts like a photocopy of a single recipe carried out of the library into the bustling kitchen of the cell. There, ribosomes, our cellular chefs, read the instructions and cook up proteins, the building blocks of life. Without mRNA, your cells would never know which proteins to make. Every heartbeat, every breath, every step you take depends on these molecular recipe cards. Now here's the ingenious idea behind mRNA vaccines. What if we could design our own recipe card, a synthetic mRNA, and deliver it into cells? Instead of asking a factory to produce a viral protein in vats or chicken eggs, we let your body do the work. Your cells temporarily become protein factories, making a harmless piece of the virus that the immune system can study. Take COVID-19 as an example. Scientists designed mRNA that encodes the virus's spike protein, the part that allows it to latch onto human cells. But this version of the spike is harmless by itself. Once inside your body, the mRNA is delivered in a protective shell called a lipid nanoparticle, a tiny bubble made of fat. This bubble protects the fragile mRNA and helps it sneak into your cells. When your ribosomes read the instructions, they start building the spike protein. Cells display fragments of it on their surface like flags. Immediately, your immune system takes notice. Dendritic cells grab these spike proteins and alert T cells. B cells get to work producing antibodies, which specifically block the spike from attaching to cells. Other immune cells, like cytotoxic T cells, practice destroying infected cells. And most importantly, memory cells are formed, ensuring that if the real virus shows up, your body remembers exactly how to stop it. The mRNA itself doesn't linger. It's naturally broken down by the cell within hours or days, leaving no permanent trace. What remains is a trained immune system, faster, smarter, and ready for action. So why is this so revolutionary? Let's explore. First, speed. Traditional vaccines can take years to design and mass produce, but mRNA vaccines are based on information, not biology. As soon as the genetic sequence of a new virus is published, scientists can design a new vaccine in weeks. In fact, after the SARS-CoV-2 genome was released in January 2020, the first vaccine candidates were created astonishingly fast. Second, flexibility. The mRNA platform is like Lego bricks. Swap out one sequence of code, and you instantly target a different virus, or even a completely different disease. That means the same manufacturing infrastructure can make vaccines for COVID, influenza, Zika, or future pandemics. Even cancer immunotherapies can be developed by encoding tumor-specific proteins. Third, safety. Because no live virus is used, there is zero risk of infection from the vaccine itself. And the mRNA never enters the nucleus, where your DNA is stored. It cannot change your genes. Instead, it functions like a temporary message, here today and gone tomorrow, leaving your immune system better prepared. Of course, no technology is perfect. mRNA vaccines do come with challenges. For one, they are fragile. Many early versions had to be stored at ultra-cold temperatures, making global distribution difficult. Imagine trying to ship millions of doses to remote villages without specialized freezers. Researchers are now working on more stable formulations that can last at room temperature, which will make future rollouts easier. There are also manufacturing hurdles. Scaling up production to supply billions of doses worldwide required enormous investment and coordination. but the progress made during the COVID-19 pandemic has built infrastructure that will support the next generation of vaccines and therapies. It's also important to point out that mRNA vaccines are not entirely new. Scientists have been exploring this technology for decades, testing it for cancer, rabies, influenza, and other diseases. The COVID-19 pandemic didn't invent mRNA vaccines, it simply accelerated their debut on the world stage. So what does the future hold? The possibilities are thrilling. Imagine a seasonal flu shot that is updated instantly to match circulating strains, with far greater accuracy than traditional methods. Picture a personalized cancer vaccine, designed using the genetic fingerprint of an individual tumor, training the immune system to attack only the cancer cells while sparing healthy tissue. Think about rare diseases caused by missing or defective proteins. mRNA could provide temporary fixes, giving patients relief without permanently altering their DNA. Some researchers are even exploring mRNA for heart disease by delivering instructions for proteins that repair damaged tissue. Others are investigating its use in autoimmune conditions, teaching the immune system tolerance instead of attack. In essence, mRNA technology is not just about vaccines, it's about reprogramming biology using information. Instead of shipping proteins or chemicals, we ship instructions, and let the body's natural machinery do the heavy lifting. That's a profound shift. We are moving from chemistry to information biology, from slow vaccine pipelines to rapid response platforms, from one-size-fits-all medicine to personalized therapies. Of course, questions remain. How durable is the immunity from mRNA vaccines compared to traditional ones? How can we make them more accessible and affordable worldwide? How do we prepare for the next pandemic? These are challenges scientists and policymakers are working on right now. But one thing is clear. The story of mRNA vaccines has only just begun. In just a few short years, they have gone from experimental technology to life-saving reality, protecting millions of people and reshaping global health. And beyond the headlines, they offer a glimpse of a future where medicine is faster, smarter, and more personal than ever before. So the next time you hear the term mRNA vaccine, think beyond COVID-19. Think of it as a message written in the universal language of biology, delivered safely into your cells. A message of hope, of innovation, and of protection. A message that teaches your immune system not just to fight today's enemies, but to be ready for the challenges of tomorrow. And that is the extraordinary promise of mRNA vaccines, harnessing the power of our own cells to protect, to heal, and to imagine a healthier future.